This is Lawfully Armed talking to you on Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. Hadn't done a live in a while. Hadn't even checked in with anybody in a while. I'm alive and kicking. Decided to take some much overdue, um, take some long overdue, we'll say, vacation time. So I'm off the rest of the week. We're doing some kind of belated spring cleaning around the house, rearranging. The missus wants to do her deep clean on the floors and stuff. She does biannually. And we're also trying to parse out what to take to storage and what to leave here. I am um, I have like a scarcity complex, so the idea of relinquishing the immediate control of some of the stuff that I have, it's a hard decision for me to decide what to move to storage. I'm not a hoarder, but I hang on to stuff, and so it's deciding what stuff the collaboration, the compromise we have achieved is if I'll at least get some of the like non-prep stuff moved to the storage just to remove some of the clutter and help her realign her feng shui. I can keep the prepping stuff here. So with all those MREs that we bought in the last few months, that I'm glad I got because those have already gone up $20 a case. Just in the I don't know since Muffin Top first started talking about them to now. So that has kind of booted part of a closet sort of space. So I got to figure out what to do with some other stuff that I'm not going to show on camera. But Tree Speed, what up? Thank you for being here. Gen X Gemini, hello, hello. I caught the tail end of your lunch live the other day, but I didn't get a word in before it ended. I'm sorry. But today's the day for me to do my part. I'm going to an undisclosed location for part of the week for some much needed guy time, catching up with some real life friends. Sassy7, what up? TMT said he's working, but he's got a link. Of course, I dropped a link in Muffin Top's main Discord chat if anybody wants to jump in and be a guest. I've got a bunch of stickers that I found digging out some stuff. And that's one of the big things I'm a hoarder of is stickers and like all the dealer swag. Anytime there's like a shot show, which I've not been to shot show, but anytime there's a shot show, like I put out a standing request, I like just snag it all. I'll parse through it because I end up with some stuff that I don't care about, but like brands or they let everybody in the shot show if they've got enough money. You end up with a bunch of stuff that is not my jam, but it's easier to say, hey, get me all of it and I'll parse through it. Anyway, so I've got like 4 years of the shot show stuff and then all sorts of things where dealers have come through and, you know, solicited us or whatever. And I sent Muffin Top back last year. I sent him a big old envelope of stickers and things that I had like triplicates of or whatever. Now that I have just hit another vein of stuff I didn't realize I had, I'm probably due to send him another big bag of stuff. So he's got some stuff for his 1K giveaway. Kind of pad that up. I don't have the PO box like he's got, so it's probably easier to just send all that to him and let him decide who and where to parse it out to. Anybody needs a Daniel Defense window decal, I've got like a stack of those. And these are getting old enough they're turning colors. Let me turn my camera around. Yeah, all that stuff. Just keep finding stuff. That and receipts. I keep receipts for like everything. And it's not even with the intention of saving it forever on everything. It's I'm just a firm believer in paying in cash when I can, and then you hang on to receipts in case you ever need to verify your timeline. I know that sounds like stupid paranoid, but it's a legitimate concern. Huh. Here's a receipt for a G19 that I bought used like 28, 2016. I don't even have that anymore. That one came and went. I love Glocks. For some reason, I've never been able to accumulate them. Glocks and 1022s. I've got my fourth 1022 in my life on layaway right now. And I wish I had already picked it up out of layaway because my kiddo is finally acting interested in guns. He's going with us this weekend. So we're taking the Cricket. It was my first gun, and maybe one of the Model 60s I inherited from my grandfather. And I put that used 1022 on layaway back the first year. My intention was that when he eventually perked up and acted interested, that would be we'll share it. We'll call it his, but it'll be the Prep 1022. Big trade in sale next week at FFL. Sorry guys if I'm just rambling. I just hadn't been live in a while and I need somebody to talk at. Let's see if I can get a side of that face that doesn't have my name anywhere on it. There's all my bag o' Glock parts where I rebuilt my 19 the summer before last. I kept the stuff I took out, I just put back in the baggies and then color marked them so I knew they were used. So they're not broke, but so in a pinch you could put them back in the gun if you needed to. But most of the stuff that is count on it wear parts, I went ahead and bought even more. Holy shit! I have a G3 mag and I don't even own a G3. Gen X Gemini, you got a G3 or a Set Me? Let's see when that was made. Hey, that's an actual HK mag. 3 of 81. That's cool. I don't think I even know anybody in real life that has a G3. Like, I end up with some pretty neat stuff when like guys come in and trade stuff off, and they're just like, "All right, you can have this." I've gotten more AK mags that way. Here's some Korean AK mags that look and feel like they're aluminum, but I guess it wouldn't be aluminum because this one's rusty. They've got like a silver manganese phosphate, like a gray manganese phosphate color on them. Those need cleaned up. But stuff like this, I'm probably going to go ahead and concede and take the storage. So I've got a bunch of AK mags. But I'm not actively procuring any more AK stuff. it's not until we figure out a domestic supply of ammo where stuff gets normal again. There's some 7.62 ammo. I ended up with some just loose 7.62 ammo that a guy was trading an SKS or giving away an SKS or something. I don't remember what it was. And he was like, "Here, you can have this." And it's just like a zip up pistol rug full of loose mixed brands of 7.62 ammo. I'll probably burn that up this weekend. And then a box for a phone that I don't have anymore. I have all my phone boxes from like 3 or 4 phones ago, and I don't get a new phone every year. I'm not. Holy shit, the phone's in there too. I really do keep everything. Can't remember. I think that phone was no longer holding a charge. Oh no, it was the charging port was like gimpy, so it would charge, but you had to put it on little charging docks. I may check that out later. That may be worth keeping just as a spare. I mean, it's still got memory on it, so if you can get it to turn on, hold the charge, I might charge it up and put some information on there, like spare photos of all your identification or important documents. I guess what I'm trying to say. That way, in worst case scenario, you got that stuff. So, anybody got big plans, cool stuff? I want to talk about what I'm going to do, but I don't want to say what and where. One, because the friend is secretive about their location. But then, two, you're not supposed to talk about going out of town till you're back from being out of town. You're supposed to be able to set. Shit. I don't know. Supposed to be able to set a thumbnail. I thought. There we go. Bam, bam. Chipper can. Well, it's July, obviously. Uh, June's come and gone. June was Men's Mental Health Month. I feel like I rode the emotional roller coaster last month, but uh, it's improving, so that's good. It's some pretty extreme emotional lows, but howdy, Pilgrim. Only place you're going is bed. That works. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your life and it's short. Do with it what you like. All right, here's an example of what I'm talking about. Let me skim this drawer before I hold anything up with my name on it. Or all right. So who still remembers what rotation is locked? Rotate device back. I did rotate device back. Let's see if it works. Oh, it's because I got the stinking background on. Turn that off. All right. I remember what film roll bottles are. And I feel like most of y'all watching remember. They don't make these anymore because there's not film. So I saved these. Actually, this when we were going through my grandfather's cabin, he always kept them all my life and repurposed them for all sorts of stuff. So these that were empty, I saved these. These are going to be useful for something. They're vaguely watertight. I ends up with all sorts of hats, which some of these are ready to be retired. Old toothbrush, keep it because you can use that to scrub again. Battery pack. This was just kind of a miscellaneous junk drawer that has accumulated. But like, I could probably stand to let go of all of this Safariland accessory pack. Like, I probably won't need all that hardware. I know I won't ever need that belt mount again. Probably get rid of this. Don't even own this vacuum anymore. Get rid of that. I think that's a pill cutter. I never bought a pill cutter in my life. Probably get rid of that. Like, it's just stuff like that. I can't get rid of this. This is the first Swiss Army knife that I ever bought myself. Just a little thin job. Probably become the kid's first pocket knife too, that I trust him with to carry around. He got his whittling chip from Scouts, but yeah, we were camping at Devil's Den when I was like 15. Dad had a major heart attack and had to be driven up to high ground where they could meet the ambulance. And I ended up being told to stay back and help tear down campsite. And the folks that came out with their pickup truck with a camper shell on it to help us load all that stuff up since he was in the hospital, his grill wouldn't fit. So I took his whole grill apart with that Phillips head screwdriver. So in a pinch, they work. I think that's kind of what cemented the memory, cemented the idea to me that it's what cemented the idea that having a Swiss Army knife is pretty important. But just going through drawers, seeing what I can get rid of, rearrange before I start pulling out the big yellow lid gang totes because we bought a bunch of those at Sam's back a couple months ago. Y'all ever seen a 7.62 by 39 blank cartridge? Those look like just crimped on the end. I think I can get the light right. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Made in Ukraine. I'm not getting any more of those. All right, go take care of the critters, Gemini. Critter keeping is important. You take care of them so they can take care of you. I must have done or said something. I got Muffin Top texting me asking if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. TMT, I'm good. If you're listening. Well, I'm glad I hang on to stuff. that main squeeze spray painted rifle that y'all have seen me with. I gave $400 in tax for that in 2019. Can you believe that? Of course, that was cost used on a trade in. But that's how far we've come and gone. I couldn't replace it for that. Wouldn't even try to. I'm just glad I have it. Some jersey gloves. Gloves are always good. Ooh, now that's worth hanging on to. I need that. OG Haley Strategic HSP Thorntail. Little 45-degree offset flashlight mount. I could repurpose that for sure. Jacob 2A guy, what up? What up? You're just listening to me rant while I do some belated spring cleaning. Ooh, block shirt. No, that's Colt. You might need a Colt extra large polo. Probably gonna send TMT a big drop before long. I hadn't sent him anything in a while. He's overdue for a care package. Give him some stuff for his 1K subscriber giveaway that he's surely bumping up to. Last I checked, he was in the mid 700s. If you've got one friend vaguely interested in prepping or preparedness, send them TMT's way. Push him over that 1,000 milestone. Maybe it might rejuvenate his interest in being a content creator. Oh, look, here he is. TMT, I found some more stickers and shirts and things. I'll probably be looking for a care package before long. Find some more goodies. She sends you. And I found a bunch of shit I can throw away that I don't need to hang on to. The problem is consolidating it, the stuff I do want to keep, in a way that I'll remember where I stuck it. Because it's stuff that I don't need immediately, but like this Safari Lane hardware, for example. It turns out I need that. Kind of when you need it bad, but you need to be able to find it, get to it, kind of thing. Sister Krista, that's right. Muffin top, more room for preps. That's what I was telling everybody at the start of the chat was the compromise the missus and I achieved was if I would help her clean out like this dresser and consolidate some of the crap that I've accumulated in there, kind of prioritize what needs to be easy access and move it there, and then fill up one of those yellow lid totes with stuff I want to keep but I want to put in storage and get it out. We worked out a compromise of keeping like the food prep stuff and some of the other things here, just in a way where she can reorganize it to kind of align her feng shui. We would we'd do that. So should say it's collaboration, not compromise. There's your relationship strategies. Like I have a pill cutter. I've never needed a pill cutter. I don't know where that came from. I'm an adult. I take whole doses. TMT, you got in late. Have you seen an AK blank before? Get that to focus. Maybe. Okay, you don't want to focus. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Anyway, they just crimp it and they put some like sealant on there. That's a 7.62 with 39 blend. I've been saving these Shaka Cola tins forever. the intention of turning them into like fire making kits or little waterproof fishing kits or something, because they've got that screw lid on them. Well, they don't screw. They're just kind of a good friction fit. But anyway, I may hang on to those. I may not. I may get rid of it. I don't know. It's priorities right now. Anywho, she's home. We're about to begin the two-person work, so I'll let all y'all go. Have a beautiful 4th of July. Wear not necessarily flame retardant clothing, but wear your cottons and linens and things. Don't wear all this plasticized clothing in case somebody does hit you with some sparks. I don't want you to get caught on fire and shit stick to you. That's worse than just being burnt, because now you're burnt and they've got to abrade. They got to peel all that clothing back off of you. That's awful. So have fun. Keep your fingers. If you can be dicking around with bottle rocks and stuff, it wouldn't hurt you. Go ahead and wear iPro too. Eye injuries suck. Y'all have fun. Be safe. We'll catch you on the flip side. And remember to stay lawfully armed.